Good morning, welcome to today's RC Coffee Chat. Now don't panic, I do have the other mug here, but it was just left on my desk all night, so that one was the nearest. So I grabbed that one. Ooh, lots of noise, thank you, Pewter. Right, today's topics are going to be very quick, because I'll give you a heads up, because I went flying Friday, I went flying yesterday, and guess what? I'm going slope soaring today. Happy days! I had like a week of no flying, and then 3 days back to back. Brilliant! Absolutely amazeballs. So what have we got? We went flying. I've got some more comments on that in a moment. We do have an update on that wing which we saw yesterday about the stabilizer. There's a photo available for that. Oh, we had internet royalty turn up on RC Coffee Chat 59. And last topic will be some slope soaring wings, and I checked Hobby King. I'm going to rename it to PLA King for any new deals. Sorry, spoiler on that one. So let's get back to topic number one. Wow, literally I haven't flown for about a week, and then we went out on Friday because the weather looked good. Then we went out yesterday and had even more fun, and then we're going slope soaring today. So we're off down to the Westbury White Horse. So some of you may remember me FPV in the White Horse of Westbury with the Hornet. That's where we're going today, and frankly, I can't wait. I've got the slope soarers out ready last night. I'm just quickly checking a few batteries to make sure they're fully charged, although to be frankly honest, they're probably still fully charged because batteries seem to last forever in slope soarers. And yeah, really looking forward to it. Doug will be here in, I don't know, maybe an hour's time, something like that, and we're going to take a jaunt off down there and get there early. Brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. So yeah, we had a lot of laughs in the last 2 days, and I'm sure we're going to have a lot of laughs today. We had 2 Hornet Wing Maidens. Now, I only caught one of them ish on video, which if you're in the Facebook group, nip across to Facebook group. I'll put the link in the video description. It's easier. And you'll see Sai retrieving his from a hedge. But not any old hedge. It didn't have spikes on it. It had spears. Such a brutal hedge. Anyway, that was really good fun. Dave also maidened his Hornet. Now Dave did chicken out on doing an FPV maiden. That's goggles down, chuck it and sort it out when it's in the air. He did a line of sight maiden first, but on the flip side, I've got so much DVR footage of me chasing Dave and Stu around in the Hornets. It's just unbelievable. I've had so many flights in that Hornet FPV flying wing this weekend. I've literally done almost all of my 1.3 3S batteries in the Hornets. It's just been such fun just banging those around the sky. We're starting to name places now, such as Dead Man's Arm and wherever else. And Dave's Woods. Because Dave did stick his Hornet in a tree, and I don't know how he managed it, to be frankly honest. He managed to get it right on the outside branch, so there was no chance, even if you could climb the tree, to get to the branch. So Paul got his 18 meter fishing pole out, and we got it down in the end, but the video transmitter was just gone. We couldn't believe it, actually, because it had a bright orange antenna on it as well. Like a big bright orange like that orange. And we couldn't find it anywhere. So the woods have been and claimed a video transmitter and an antenna as well. So don't worry, I got that on video. It's not very good quality, but I did laugh quite a lot when I saw, Dave, you've just gone in that tree. And as I was flying by, I was trying to look to me left going, what happened there? It was hilarious. So yeah, that was good fun. I have sorted out the Raven wing. I put a lower KV motor in it. Bigger propeller, taken that up for a couple of flights, absolutely fantastic. That Raven wing has been a bit of like a thorn in my side because it was meant as a line of sight model, and then I converted it to like a blunt nose FPV model, and the first motor on it had just too much torque roll, and it would just do that across the sky. And now I've lowered the KV and put a bigger prop on it. Flight times have been increased, and the Raven wing, wow, she just loves to fly inverted. Honestly, inverted, she'll sit round and a tiny little bit of down in it. She really does love to fly inverted, so I had a lot of inverted FPV action as well. Really good fun. Oh, that also reminds me, I need to show you a photo. What can one say? Give me a moment. Oh, where is it? That is my mini UAV chuck glider. Who knew that you could mirror the image on an FPV camera? I genuinely didn't know that that's what you could do. We chucked it, and the lads was like, well, Matt, why are you rolling it straight away? I think they thought I would show it off. No, I didn't do that straight off a launch. And the reason was because the bloody FPV camera was reversed. Who knew that it could do that? In fact, I don't even know how to stop it doing that as well. I don't even know what model of camera I've got sat on the front. It's just got two little buttons on the top. And I can change channels and I can turn the transmitter off. But I don't know how to switch the screen. So yeah, she's in two pieces at the moment. So that was a bit of a sad day. And by the way, it did look really, really promising in the goggles. And yeah, I had the propeller spinning around on the front. But, oh, bollocks. I was really quite annoyed about that, to be honest. And I tried turning the screen around on the flight line. I just gave up. That's one for me to do back here in the office. But don't panic. It's only a bit of glue, and I'll stick a little bit of carbon strip. I had a load of carbon fibre strips turn up here on Friday, and I'll run a bit of carbon strip down the bottom to hopefully stop that from happening again. Excuse me. Literally, I've only just woken up, so and I will keep today's episode short and sweet. The next point on here, yeah, I can't read out what I wrote about that image being reversed. The next topic which we have is internet royalty. Bruce from XJet and RCModelReiews turned up on RC Coffee Chat 59. Thank you, Bruce. And when we say that Ron is a legend, Ron is an absolute legend. Bastard's charge, by the way. Bruce has turned up. G'day, Matt. A couple of people pointed out your channel and videos to me, and I love them. Subscribe. Thank you very much, sir. Great work, by the way. Ron was ecstatic about getting a mention too. Yeah, Ron is an absolute legend. And there's my comment in there. But I just want to make the point, is that I started off with quads. I'd seen these quads racing through the woods, and they had the LED bars on the back, and it was like, wow. I showed the missus, and she thought it was really cool as well. So I thought, wow, I'm on a winner here. I got into quads and did a bit. Didn't do much FPV, to be honest, but yeah, I could bang one around and have a laugh. And then I saw Bruce's video on XJet called Low Speed AXN Racing, and I'll put a link to this in the video description for you. And wow, watching those two AXNs just do figures of 8, I thought that's brilliant. And I looked it up on Hobby King, PLA King, and took a, yeah, I got to have one of those. And it's the AXN glider, which I learnt to fly in, and that was literally in March of this year, and it's telling me that was only 7 months ago. And I still remember the time when I went up to one of the flying sites, and I sat there, and I did what Bruce was doing there. I was doing really I did much tighter figures of 8, only a couple of feet off the ground. And I came home that night, and I felt really warm and cozy. For me, that was... It had taken a good couple of months to get to that level of being able to do what Bruce was doing in that video. And yeah, I felt really happy with myself, because I'd been through, well, that model had been through a lot of abuse, and a lot of the other models have been through a lot of abuse as well. But on a serious point, yeah, it was thanks to Bruce that I actually got into RC models, flying rather than quads into planks, as some people call them. And I'm really thankful that he did put that video up, because it was because of that video I got in to flying planes, and I have had so much fun ever since. And yeah, that night up on the playing fields doing figures of 8 with an AXN, so enjoyable. And my point is, sometimes you don't need to go mental fast to have amazing fun. So thank you, Bruce. I really do appreciate that. It was that video there which got me into models. Thank you. Right, next couple of topics very quickly. I'm going slope soaring today, and where is she? She is in here, Weasel. Okay, now I'll put links to eBay on here for you. It's the Wiesel XP. She sat over there. In fact, screw it, I'm going to go and get her. Because it is by far my favourite slope soaring model. This is a Wiesel XP. Now you'll see I've got the tail fin up here. Get that stuck in. Remember, this is a no edits episode. This is my Wiesel XP. I do have her maiden. I found that's one of the next videos which I need to get edited. I do have her maiden on video. And this thing is absolutely nuts. And it cost 30 bloody euros. Bonkers. No motor required. Covering film, a bit of tape, 2 servos, some control horns and push rods. And then in the electronics underneath, just straightforward receiver and a battery. Super cheap build. And I did put loads of carbon fibre in there as well. Absolutely amazing model. She is just nuts. Absolutely nuts. I'm sure you've seen me dicking around with her on the flight line. That is my favourite slope soaring model by a country mile. By the way, those of you, I think it was Nathan in the Facebook group. Nathan, if you're watching this, one thing about a Weasel, you don't need much up elevator, so make sure you tweak your transmitter so you have very, very little up elevator, because they are extremely sensitive. As far as aileron movements for left and right, maximum is all I'm going to say. But up elevator, yeah, go really careful, because it is very, very, very sensitive. And if you can dial down the rates for the elevator, maybe put loads of expo in, like 60 to 70 in there. It's kind of that touchy on the elevator. So yeah, EPP model, stupidly cheap. Okay, you do need some build-in experience for them. I'm going to give you a very quick rundown on their models. Okay, they're all available on eBay, and they are all super cheap. That's actually, I think that's the extension block or something for the Zack Speed. So have a quick look. I don't know on the Acro Pro, never seen one fly. That's like a pulse jet, and they're mental. Cessna, well, it's a Cessna, it's going to fly great. Pluto, absolutely shocking. And like, for a flat model with with a very small fin, flies unbelievable. And Andy's got one of these, and it's so heavy, and you wouldn't believe the speed which it picks up on it. Wiesel XP, unbelievably fantastic model for £25. £25, unbelievable value for money. Yes, you have to do some work with it to put it together, blah blah blah. Yeah, I'm so happy that I went through the pain. And many of you know I really do hate building models. I really would much rather be flying. So the Wiesel XP, the pain I went through putting that one together was nothing compared to the model which I've got here now. Absolutely unbelievable for 25 quid plus accessories. Zack Speed. That was the first one which I made, and the first one I finished. Brilliant. She does like a little bit of extra weight on her, to say the least, across the CG line, and it really does go fast, and it is extremely aerobatic. We also have a Zack Combat, which I don't think we can see on this page. Let's change that to 192, scroll down. You haven't got it up there at the moment. There is a Zack Combat as well, which is basically the same as the Zack Speed, but a thicker, like a longer cord. And you wouldn't believe the amount of carbon fibre I've got in my Zack Combat. Absolutely mental. And ironically, the Zack Speed needs good wind, a large amount of wind for it to be at best. The Zack Combat on the flip side, because it's got like a deeper cord, it will fly quite well in lower wind conditions. Really, really good fun. And then you'll notice that their EPP model are also selling the blunt nose blocks as well, so you can extend these wings out. And I've got one down there at the back of my office, which I'm going to make into a powered model. I think it's like 53 inches big. It's crazy, absolutely crazy. So I always meant to do an episode on EPP model. Their models are super cheap. It's all really good quality EPP foam. What I would suggest, because the shipping isn't too cheap to the United Kingdom, and it's probably not too cheap to the United States, for example. If you're in Germany, you're fine. It's going to be cheap as chips. But yeah, if you are going to be buying one of these, do check with your fellow pilots to see if they want one as well, because you can have, as I found, 3 models for 1 delivery cost. So yeah, that will make it cheaper. So see if any of your buddies want one as well. And I can personally recommend the Zack Speed, the Wiesel XP, and the Zack Combat, and also, the Pluto plank, which is very weird looking, but unbelievable in the sky. Really is unbelievable. But my favourite one out of all those is the Wiesel XP by a country mile. So much fun, so twitchy. And by the way, I would not suggest the Wiesel XP for a beginner. Something more like the Combat would be more suitable, because it's more predictable, if that makes sense. I like the Wiesel XP because she is just so much of a handful. And also saying that, I've seen like the PSS-Jet, Andy's got one very, very similar to that, fantastic in the sky. But again, just for ease, I would suggest going for a combat wing. By the way, the only mistake which I've made when I was making these models, which is get the servos to the front, so you don't as far forward to the front as you can. And the reason for that is that the more weight in the front, the better. Saves you having to put lead in the front. And I can tell you the amount of lead I got in these models is bonkers, because I should have, even in this case, brought these servos even farther forwards on mine. Right, next topic is the last topic which I'm going to cover. Yesterday we saw that flying wing, the Sky Shadow, and I can see many of you bought it as well. This is a picture of the flight controller which they've got on there. So it's a flight stabilizer. That's much, much more refined than what I was personally expecting. Yeah, very, very curious indeed. It looks like you've got the ESC in, and you've got just pushing the connectors. We really can't see on there. Excuse me. It looks like it looks like they've labelled on what they are, but we just can't see through the pictures. But on the flip side, look at that daughter board there. That is very curious because you've got these potentiometers here on the side, which means that you can control the gains on it. That was like a concern in the back of my head. And we've also got some dip switches as well, which could be to turn it on or turn it off, or I don't know. It could have like a banking mode where it will only let you go up, say, 40 degrees, for example, which is great for if you're doing long distance or medium distance FPV. You're not going to be doing rolls in the sky. You want to keep it nice and tame. So, and by the way, I probably wouldn't suggest doing long distance FPV with that model, but you know what I mean. Just keep it nice and safe in that. Or you might want to just off. Well, you wouldn't use one of those. But on the flip side, some people absolutely slag off stabilizers. Now, I want to just firmly plant myself in the camp, which is stabilizers are absolutely fantastic. If you have the opportunity to use the stabilizer in your model, and you've got a model which warrants it, then you should use it. There is no shame in using a stabilizer in a model. If it means that you personally enjoy the flight more, if it helps you get out of the brown, which frankly we all do have those brown moments, like fuck, click, it'll help you straighten up. There is nothing wrong with using a stabilizer. If someone tells you that stabilizers are cheating, I reckon they've probably got grayer hair than me. Okay, that's all I'm going to say on the topic. That's the younger the pilot, it's just a very broad statement, is that generally the younger the pilot, the more open they are to using a stabilizer. Okay, saying that, there are definitely exceptions on people, other pilots, which have said, yeah, stabilizers are brilliant, which have been slightly older. Okay, that's just my observations with lots of chatting to lots of pilots. But yeah, there is absolutely nothing wrong with using a stabilizer at all. Why would you not want to use a stabilizer? That's actually a question which I'd leave you with. Obviously, there's specific models which just don't need it because they just track beautifully through the air. But maybe if you're thinking about getting into 3D, for example, mounting the stabilizer at that angle, so 90 degrees pointing up, so it can help you to learn to prop hang, for example. There you go. I can tell you, trying to prop hang a model is really, really hard, and I'm not an expert, and I'm not very good either. So one of the things which I'm looking forward to learning over the winter period is to get into a little bit more 3D flying. My personal goal is to be able to do rotating, to do it like a circuit, but looping at the same time. I would love to be able to do that, not only anti-clockwise, but also clockwise as well. That is my big goal for this winter. If I can lick that, and if I can get some prop hanging sorted as well, couple of little tricks in the back pocket, that would be happy days. So yeah, and what was the other topics we had? Oh yeah, royalty turned up on the channel, super impressed, and yeah, I genuinely mean that video there is the one which made me buy an AXN. Thank you, I genuinely do mean that. And when it comes to PLA King, if you're in the market for some PLA, you could go to a website called hobbyking.com. Fingers crossed, it's Monday tomorrow. They might do a special event for Cyber Monday, but don't quote me on that. I don't know. Hey ho. So with that said, I need to go. I need to get this episode edited up, and I need to get my model sorted. That battery over there is charged. So yeah, flying day today. Expect a good couple of episodes over the next week or two. I have got some good footage. I definitely got you, Dave, going into the tree. And I've had a shed load of mail turning up here, and I haven't got around to opening it. I've just had too much fun. Like I've always said, would I rather be building stuff, or would I be rather flying? I just want to fly. So with that note, I'm going. If you are out flying today, have a fantastic time. If you're not, then I won't put a battery in for, well, there will be batteries in here, but then they're not powered models. But I can 100% assure you, for those of you which are not flying today, I will personally paint the Weasel just for you. And I sincerely hope that she comes back home again in one piece, because I would be an upset camper if I broke that one. But seriously, I am going to absolutely rag the nuts off her today, and I'm really looking forward to it. So on that note, from myself, Matt, as always, thank you for taking the time to watch this episode. And on that note, from myself, Matt, cheerios!